This is the plaintiff, Anthony Bellato. He says his co-op board president, the defendant, refuses to pay for repairs caused by a flood in his apartment. And he's doing the right and noble thing and taking her to court to get his damages paid for. The defendant's trying to place the blame on everything and everybody, and that's just not right. And he hopes the judge agrees to the tune of $2,706.25, the amount he's out. This is the defendant, Patricia Zaffo. She says the plaintiff is just plain ridiculous. He installed an air conditioner improperly, water drained behind it and into his apartment, causing damage, and he has no one to blame but himself. Let's just say Mr. Bellato's very adept at working the system to his advantage, but it's not going to work this time. She's sure of it. She's accused of not taking responsibility.
Thank you, Douglas. All right, Mr. Bellato, you are suing Clinton owners, represented here by the co-op president, correct? Patricia Zaffo?
Yes.
Okay. For $2,706.25, the cost to repair your floor, which you say is their responsibility to pay. Tell me what happened, Mr. Bellato.
Okay. First, you should understand that I have a ground floor apartment.
Okay.
About half the apartment is ground level, and the other half is about 4 feet below ground. And the room this damage occurred in is part of that 4 feet below ground.
Okay.
Well, one day in August of '09, my son found a wet spot in the center of his room.
Okay.
We figured maybe the cat had an accident or something.
Right.
So we tried to be treated.
And it's wood flooring?
Yeah, but
Okay.
This was on the rug. It was a rug over wood flooring. He
Okay.
found a wet spot on the rug. So we covered the spot and treated it. And
But sort of like cat urine has an unmistakable odor to it?
Yes, it was, yeah.
Did it smell like cat urine?
No, not really.
Okay, because one sort of knows.
But he's a college kid, and the room has an odor all the time.
All right.
At any rate, we covered it, and in a couple of days, not only was the spot not dried, we noticed the spot was larger. So we removed the furniture that was in the corner of the room and found that the whole right quarter of the room was saturated with water.
Okay.
In fact, there was standing water underneath the rug.
Okay.
So I called Dave, he's our super, and he came over, and I said, he looked at it with me, and we both shook our heads, like, got any ideas? And he said, well, he goes, the bracket on your air conditioner, he goes, is backwards, he said. He goes, and there's a little space on the sides of the air conditioner. It was about, I don't know the size of my thumb, I guess. And I said, gee, I said, the water came in through there because nothing got wet. There was nothing wet on the window ledge. Underneath the air conditioner, the wall wasn't damaged. There was nothing wet on top of the rug. Only the rug and what was under the rug was wet. The floor under the rug was wet. But since I didn't have a better idea what was wrong, I figured, okay, you know what, I'll just write by the book, and I'll call my homeowner's insurance and have him come in. And to be honest with you, if he would have told me it was the air conditioner, I would have bought it. I would have bought it and paid the deductible, and we would have fixed the floor.
Okay.
But that's not what he said. He said that it wasn't the air conditioner at all that was leaking. He said it was seepage from the foundation of the building.
Okay, and that would be something that the co-op board would be responsible for. Okay, can I see pictures of the room? Can I see the denial from your insurance company? And Ms. Zaffo, I'll be back with you in a second, Mr. Bellato. Ms. Zaffo, can you talk to me? Tell me when you folks first hear that there's an issue. And can I have the super come on up?
The first correspondence that the managing company was able to find for me, because this has been since 2009, was a letter dated November 24th from Mr. Bellato telling us about his situation, that he had an engineer, he had his insurance, and that he was told once the floor was opened, it would be quite clear where the water was coming from.
That's what the insurance company had said? In that letter, you say that you have a report from an engineer as well as your insurance company. Did you have a report
I did not have a report. I did not say I had a report from an engineer. I said I had an engineer come in.
Who was the engineer?
An engineer is a friend of mine. Okay.
Has he written something for you for
no,
court?
he's not an official. He's not an official. He came in basically.
He poses. He just plays an engineer on TV.
Right. No. He actually just came in and he said to me, I asked him for a favor. Could you come in and take a look at my situation? And he said.
Okay, but why don't you have him put something in writing for court?
Well, but I didn't think. I didn't.
Okay, go ahead.
First of all, we do not have a report from anybody, insurance or otherwise.
Have you seen his insurance?
No.
Why
I sent it to them. I probably have the email. Actually, where I sent them the copy of the insurance.
Can I see that?
Let's see where it is.
While you're looking for that, go on.
The board of directors never got that. So we meet once a month. We've visited this for a year. I've been a board president now for 12 years, on the board for 15, and we have done our due diligence as far as he is concerned, we are concerned for a couple of reasons. When I got this letter saying that once we opened the floors, it would be evident because he was disputing the air conditioner that the super had already gone in and viewed was in the wall incorrectly. He opened the floors. We left the floors open.
Who opened the floors?
The super.
Okay, talk to me about that. Let me hear from him. First of all, you believe that it's the air conditioner. Was there any moisture around the air conditioner?
At that time, no.
Okay, so tell me why you concluded it was the air conditioner.
Because when I opened up the floor, there was...
But you hadn't opened up the floor yet.
No,
you concluded it was the AC while you were standing there.
Because the AC was not actually in the window. It was not in the frame of the window. It was most of it was inside the apartment.
In other words, it was improperly installed?
Right, it was improperly installed.
Okay. Now, you open up the floors at his request because his insurance company is saying, and he's saying in the emails, it'll be so obvious. Okay. Floors are opened up. Is it obvious?
Well, when the floors were opened up, everything was nothing under the floor.
It was dry.
It was dry.
And was it opened up in the area where
It was opened up mostly close by the window.
Okay.
Between the window
where
and
the AC
wall.
was?
Yeah. I opened up like a 1.5 by 1.5 opening.
Was there any evidence of moisture?
There was no moisture underneath the floor.
Was there any, like, if in fact the AC was the culprit, would you not expect there to be some evidence of prior moisture, even if it had dried out?
Well, it's mostly underneath the floor is all dirt. I stuck my head underneath
with
a
flashlight.
flashlight.
With all due respect to the super, did you ever have an engineer yourself look at it?
We had a contractor come and look.
Do you have a report from that contractor?
No, because what happened was, what we did, Your Honor, is we left it open for several months. Just so every time it rained, we had a nor'easter in March. The super would go in, he would look to see if because they're saying it was the foundation. So if it's the foundation, we need to know where so we could fix it. And at the point we were looking at this, we were doing pointing in the whole building, we were putting new lentils in. There'd be no reason we wouldn't have fixed it if we could find where the leak.
Well, it's a big added expense, right?
Well, no.
And in fact, the board had paid for several expenses for this particular unit in the past, correct?
Yes.
In fact, how much had the board paid for expenses for this particular?
About $45,000.
What was the $45,000 that the board had paid for?
That was for flooring that had termites. And we actually just lost our insurance company with Haleyville because of all the money we paid out.
What did you end up doing? I mean, they end up denying it. They say, no, we're not paying it. And so they're saying it's did they ever submit it to their insurance company?
Yes. And their insurance company offered a plan to repair the damages.
A what?
A plan to repair the damages.
A plan. And what was the plan?
I have the plan right here.
Right.
Basically, they were going to sand the floor, refinish the floor, and fix what was, the damage that was there.
Hold on. I'm sorry, go ahead.
They were going to fix what was there, and they gave a dollar amount to it.
How does sanding the floor fix a foundation?
I'm not.
Well, how does your plan fix the foundation? Because your plan was that you just had that floor replaced because you don't want mold growing in your son's room, and you didn't feel that the sanding was sufficient.
I had to replace the floor. I had to do something to replace the floor.
And you had to do that. Why?
Because the floor had fungus on it.
And you weren't going to.
And I did a mold test on it.
Right.
And the particular fungus.
So this plan of just sanding it was not going to fly.
Probably not going to fly anyway, but that never got a chance to.
Okay, now this is a report in January 3rd of 2010 where they don't say, hey, it's the air conditioner. They say, hey, we propose to fix this by sanding it down. Do you have something that says it's the air conditioner besides the super? And I mean no disrespect. I'm just saying your insurance company went there and looked at it and everything. So where are they saying, oh, no, it's the air conditioner?
Okay, well, my question would be then, if it's the foundation and not the air conditioner, and we had the floors open so long and we were not able to find it, why would you put a new floor where we never did any repairs?
No, you should, and I agree with you because we're just going to have this problem again, won't we?
Right.
And your answer to that is what?
So is a landlord responsible for the damage to a tenant's apartment, the contents, if there's a flood? What do you think?
I do think so, but if it was someone else within the building that had the flood, then it would open another...
Well, that's the question. Suppose it is somebody else in the building. Is the landlord still responsible?
No.
Is the landlord responsible if it's the landlord's fault for the damage in the apartment?
No.
The landlord's not responsible for the contents? If it's the landlord's fault?
Oh, yeah. If it's, yeah.
Okay, we got a yes and a no from her. How about that? You're covering all your bases. Going inside the courtroom.
The floor had to come up because I have a mold report here that'll tell you that my wife has lupus, okay?
I'm sorry.
Unfortunately, and the mold report says the particular kind of fungus that's on the floor there is a danger to immunocompromised people.
Okay.
So I had to take it
So
out.
the answer to your question is because he kept begging you to fix the foundation and your organization wouldn't. And therefore, he has to at least remove the offending mold because he has health issues with his son and his mother. The son breathing in mold and the mom has a compromised immune system. I saw that report. Let me see it, the original.
Well, we do have an email that says, what would you like to do to fix repair the floor?
No. You have an email, ma'am, that says, do you want, because you say, what about, when they say to you, we're not fixing it, it's not our responsibility, you're on your own. You say to them, what about the hole you made in my floor to check this out? And then you, Sandra, not you, says to him, okay, we'll send somebody over to patch that up. And you say, don't bother, because I'm going to replace the floor, because there's no reason to patch it up. That's what that series of emails says. Do you have other emails that say something different?
I don't have everything because the new managing agent can't get everything.
We're done.
Okay.
Okay.
I
All right.
understand.
$2,706.25. Verdict for the plaintiff. We have a much more important problem, which is what's going to happen now. You did this repair when?
The repair was done in April.
Of what year?
Last year. This year. No, last year.
Last year. So it's been a year. Has there been any other moisture?
No moisture.
Have you ever had a mold person?
We did put a barrier down.
You put a barrier. So you feel that, or you're hopeful that this has solved the problem?
I'm hopeful.
You're hopeful.
As you can see, we didn't spend a great
you
deal of
didn't.
expense to fix the floor.
No, and see, it's not enough of a reason to say, oh, well, you know what, you've had a lot of claims. Okay, if they're inappropriate, don't pay them. Fight it. Fight the good fight in court and have your documents to prove what you're saying.
But, Your Honor,
but fight the good fight in court. But that's the reason why you guys have insurance and he has insurance, and because there are things in an older building that could go wrong. And I'm sorry that you've had to pay out a lot of money. That I guess apparently you've had a lot of problems. Verdict for the plaintiff.
Okay.
Well, the building has lost its case here in the People's Court. Step right in here. You come out on the losing end of this verdict. What thoughts you have?
Well, if half of the documents were given to us by the plaintiff, maybe we would have had a different decision. We weren't giving all the information because we had no reason not to fix it. It's in the best interest of the building to keep it sound and dry. So I don't feel that he gave us what we needed.
So you've been the board president for how long?
12 years.
Isn't that the definition of a thankless task?
Yes.
Why do you do it?
Because there's people that won't care. I care.
All right. Okay, right around the corner there. Well, see what he has to say about winning this case. All right, so the judge sees it your way. What's your reaction to this?
Well, these things happen. I mean, I think sometimes when you start off with maybe the wrong idea, it's hard to let go of that, idea, despite maybe some evidence to the contrary. So it's always best to keep an open mind about stuff like this.
Right. And so you're still living there, right?
I'm still living there.
All right. And so what's life quality like there?
Life's fine. I mean, it's fine. And Pat she does a really good job at her job. I mean, I have no...
Well, now that you've sued the president, life may get worse.
Well, I hope not. But I mean, like I said, she works really hard, and I appreciate. You're
trying to make up with her now.
Yeah.
Huh?
Well, I'm not stupid.
Okay, Harvey.
Okay, forgetting about fault. It's a really good idea if you're a tenant to get content insurance, to get tenant's insurance if you live in an apartment. It's not that expensive generally, and it really protects you. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.